Okay, so I just want to make something really clear. Here's the thing. I am special military. The actual word military is like Atari. You know what? I forgot to mention Astrid. Excuse me, Astrid. It's a star ID because the word star being Qatar, TAR, gets confusing. The eyelids that are not 100% eye hooked around, like the cat, which is fine, and I appreciate that. Some of them like to beat the tar out of you, TAR. I am not okay with that when it comes to my cat. So I got cat and tar. That can be a problem in places. So I had Nico and Max, my Nico and Max, NICOMAX, because I have two sons. They're identical. Well, they look like identical twins to Niklaus from another lifetime, where Astrid was the word that you spoke that I was to you in ancient sacred time. Nico and Max actually, they were. I have an out of. Okay, I have a inner family, the way my family should look when mom also has Blutorange eyes. But I am in that moment. Normally I have Blutorange eyes with my condor wing. And we don't do human, we don't come to ear things. We are elsewhere. Currently I was thrown this way. And I have lavender. So that's how I know I'm the only lavender allowed in Blutorange anything. And my sons are looking for me. We had work to do with the human ear things, but it has not been nice and pleasant since I arrived. They have not been welcoming. Now, there is a word that the ear things in New York use. They call the men with guns military. I don't know why. The day that I sat with Elon Musk, real briefly, I had no idea who he was. I think that was his name, or he said maybe I look like him. I don't know, whatever. The guy that came that day, he was very nice. He was very soft-spoken. I was quiet myself because that's my normal demeanor. And then he said some things. He confirmed for me that mostly the high ministry knows the light ones, the star ones, right? The lower, they call the outside of the real high ministry. They call the armed forces because they have guns and cannons and they're supposed to protect things, but usually they just argue and fight with one another. That's where it gets messy, right? So now I'm supposed to be up high, like a soft serve. We don't carry guns because there's armed forces supposed to be protecting us somewhere in the world, which again, on land, I don't feel I have to carry a gun because I feel like there's somebody working in the background, like doing God's work for thank you. I just don't know how they get assigned things, but again, I don't ask too many questions. I'm just looking, that's just, like, I'm one girl. I'm one white girl with some blue eyes. I got some fancy words, but I'm supposed to marry a white guy. The word they gave him in high ministry was dark arts department. When you say the word dark, the men on the land, some of them, think you mean skin color. No. It's just right. If you're out in the space and time, there's no light anywhere. You need a sun or some kind of light form. That's what he and I are. So we are in the dark, and we're the only shining light. So they call where he is from dark, but he's white as me. So are all of our children and his workforce. So this way it doesn't get confusing if they have large project work to do. It's not to argue with the armed servicemen and now women. And now sometimes men, but want to be called women, and then that gets like, just tell me what it is. Just what are you? And I will take your face for value. That is it. I don't like to tussle with the nuances of your one, and I have a whole lot of things. I am one. I was built for one. I'm white. He is also. And I don't want our words to confuse everything else to their importance. When it comes to us, we don't want you stopping us from being husband and wife. That's how you die. But you asked for it, you got involved, and then we call it suicide. And then we dispatch men. I don't send people to people's homes. I mean, I think it's a good idea if they are involved in keeping him and I apart. But there's a decisive system that says so, with paper. It's like a warrant. You heard of those? Great. That's how I think the U.S. Marshal Service still works. At least that's the way that it was when I left clandestine and got thrown into New York without help. So I'm actually what a military is. I'm a high star light one, but Astrid works for this purpose. Anyway, Nico and Max took me. We jumped time and space to bring me back to a place. I think it's Estonia, I think is what they called it. They were speaking something I did not recognize. I think he said something elfish. I think he said Blutorange said elfish. And I said, okay, elfish. And he says, Astrid, you. I mean, it was like the great primate apes trying to reconnect together, me and my sons, because I'm in a Henri English database matrix, and the last time we were somewhere, I thought it was here, but over in a different country, there are big stony rock, and it's in a circle, and on it says my name, Astrid, and then it has carvings in, is that Paleo-Hebrew, is that Runic, is that Druidic, I looked at it with my eyes, so I scanned it, so I had Max, Nico, I think I had both of them there. At first they were both there, but then I think one had to leave, because they both needed a set of records. Let's think about this, because I help build, I'm a master builder, like I help build systems and secure systems. I don't understand why this set of humans keeps throwing me into New York alone, because I'm like a magnet. I mean, like, put it this way. You have a single woman who's not that bad looking, who is with a couple of kids, whatever. I mean, you leave her single in New York, you're bound to find someone, and then some shitbag who has no job, no anything, is going to wind up, like, staying too long. Oh, you mean Tia Frio? Oh, how'd you guess? Right? I mean, like, it's bound to happen if you don't fucking nip it in the bud. But you guys are a real piece of shit around the planet, fighting over surface area on the water, lying to the soft-serve kids with they're relying on Dia Intel, who I'm a clandestine piece. The man I belong to, white, with Blutorange, the one that I am the cock I belong to. Cock, cunt, clock. That guy, one of them. White guy, great. He's the only Dia Intel, because I'm clandestine Intel. The system updates based on my GPS location like a fucking whoop, whoop, whoop. Great.
And then on his as well. Currently it knows that we're separated because I'm showing up in image and aerial alone and on recall and in future projection. And nobody is doing anything. They're fighting over stupid fucking shit. Like, your area wants ships in service and surface water. Got that. I will kill every single one of you that takes a day or a second off of what we need. The other guys, they just want computers, video games, and to be movie directors. Got that. I will kill every single one of them. It's the same thing. You get in our fucking way. You knew what you were getting in. This is not like they didn't know. It's like they're purposely targeting he and I. And then they're complaining, oh my god, No, they're not. And we're not playing off of like stupid fucking ear thing emotions. Stop. This is an emotionless business. It's me, it's him. Cunt, cock, clock, done. System secure. Instead of leaving it open and everybody's like fighting with one another. I mean, if you all die, nobody's gonna fucking cry. I'm trying to at least save some of you, like the good ones. But I gotta get to where I need to be. I don't know how to explain this to you. You need to know things so you don't commit suicide by accident. But then we tell you and then you get mad. So I really could do without the attitude and the emotion, since I expect you to have none. Because there's no point. I'm not your friend. And we're never gonna like be BFFs. So you need to know something so you don't get yourself killed? Great, I fucking told you. I'm white, he's dark arts, so am I, military, specialized, systems builder. That's what I need. And I need armed service to get their fucking shit put in order and work with him to get him on shore of New York to come for me. I don't give a shit that Anthony T. Frio and I have toilet paper together. I'm not asking for any, like, whatever with him. I want fucking pickup. I want my cock. And it is not an Anthony. Dakar